Joining us now is Jaskaran Kapani, the head of marketing at Paytm. Jaskaran, thanks so much for this exclusive interview on Startup Central. First up, congratulations. Paytm renewing its contract with the BCCI for domestic as well as international rights. Let's begin with a question around the money first. How much have you paid this time round for this association and sponsorship?
Hi, thank you so much. Great to be with you. So this time, for a period of 4 years, we are paying about 3.8 crores per match over a period of 86 matches over 4 years, which translates to somewhere in the vicinity of 325 crores.
325 crores is what Paytm is going to be paying the BCCI for being the chief sponsor for domestic as well as international rights. Jaskaran, I'm guessing you've obviously done your math, but if I'm not mistaken, you're paying a premium for this renewal. Have I got that right? That means something went you liked the first time round when you paid a lot of money to be associated with the BCCI and Team India.
You're absolutely right. The answer is pretty straightforward. We are a brand for the masses. We are here for the long term. There is no sport bigger and better than cricket in India, with the kind of reach, the kind of appointment viewing, the kind of saliency and stature that it can lead to a big brand like ours. So while on paper this look like a premium, if you look at facts, 4 years back to today, one can safely say that with the advent of digital, the growth of broadcast media, the reach of cricket in India has grown by about 20-25%. And if you just look at the recent IPL numbers, if you look at digital platforms like Hotstar, reaching upwards of 200 million people in the span of 45 days. So I think that while on paper this may look like a bit of a premium, it really isn't a premium, because year on year cricket has delivered for brands like ours at a national scale that no other platform can.
Jaskaran, you mentioned IPL, but you didn't mention the World Cup. Why is that?
Well, the answer is very, very easy. We weren't a part of the World Cup, so we are a part of the IPL, and we've been part of BCCI cricket for the last 4.5 years. So my answer is pertinent to the associations that we've been a part of. But that being kept aside, World Cup itself, some of the matches have seen some spectacular numbers. So it's safe to say that the sport is in good shape. It's here to stay. And if you look at the World Cup numbers, keeping the finals aside, the highest reach, highest stickiness numbers have been for India matches predominantly. And if you look at what we have done, is that we have partnered the largest sporting vehicle possibly on this planet, and it's for the Indian subcontinent. So safe to say that we're on a good wicket.
You're on a good wicket. You're hoping to hit sixer after sixer with this partnership. Pardon my bad pun over there. But tell us, as part of this deal, 300 crore plus, what all do you get from the BCCI, that is?
So we obviously, the most important of the lot is that we get to be called the title sponsor. So all matches from next month onwards till 2023 will be referred to as the Paytm. Let's say in the month of September you have an India-South Africa series, so that will be titled the India Paytm South Africa series. We also get massive on-ground presence in the form of side screens, 3D mats, 30-meter boards, a lot of coverage on social media assets, and most importantly, because these assets are so prominent and visible, depending on the format of the game, you're pretty much a part of the game from ball one till the end. So whether it's a test match or a 50-over match or a T20, these assets give you huge amount of visibility from ball one. Safe to say that this is the most visible property that any sponsor can get in this format.
You've got next to the 2020 World Cup as well. You like your association with cricket. You didn't do it in the 50-over format. Is that something that you still have a window open for?
Well, quite honestly, we haven't given in ICC tournaments a big thought, predominantly because we're a national player. But as you are aware, we do have some plans for international markets as well. Coming closer to it, I think that it sort of forms a part of our strategic associations to like international markets. We could look at it going forward. But as of now, we are committed to India cricket in the form of BCCI and IPL.
I want to now also ask you, you brought about the international markets. I'll get to that in just a bit, but just kind of what I would also, I can't help but observe, and as an avid cricket fan from the 90s, we've got now new advertisers with the BCCI. Those days of, the Pepsi, Coke, Airtel, Vodafone, Hero are no longer there. We're seeing the new companies out there, whether it's an MG that we saw in the World Cup, or you see Paytm, Oppo, Baiju is going to be a new one. What do you make of this change now?
Well, I think it augurs really, really well for Indian cricket. I think every brand, every company has its time. And we are of the firm opinion that it's not just about a very generalized association, which is what helps the company and the brand status. It's how you activate this association. So while I have touched upon the kind of saliency that we get, I think the brands that can really extract a lot of mileage with these kind of associations is that if they're able to activate it in the form of some kind of a marketing activity on ground. Let me give you a couple of examples. In the IPL, for example, we've been able to activate the QR code payment format. So whenever there is a run out or a referral that is given to the third umpire, this very large giant screen, which is visible to 500 million Indians, shows a Paytm QR code being scanned, and then the umpire gives his decision that the scan is done and the player is out or not out. So that's a way of activating something is integral as a QR code payment to our business. Or if you look at 4 years back, we activated our e-commerce proposition by doing a very large marketing activity, which was titled Paytm Se Stadium, wherein we got people to receive their packages at the stadium delivered by national players before the match started. So I think that it's more about being able to activate the business proposition than just being around saliency. But to answer your primary question, yes, you're right. We are seeing a lot of frantic high-level engagement with a lot of e-commerce players, new age companies who also are seeing a lot of ROI and mileage from these kind of associations.
You've told us a few things of what you had. Can I put you in a spot and ask you to give us a sneak peek of what we can expect mid-September onwards, beginning with South Africa? Any new interesting engagements?
I will have to keep you at the edge of your seat. Tune in for more.
We will tune in for more, but before I let you go, Jaskaran, I know you have a flight to catch as well. Can I also ask you if Paytm, is looking to maybe endorse any of the cricketers? Is that on the platform at all?
No, at this point in time, not at all.
And you only want to be associated with cricket? Are you looking at other sports?
Listen, as the saying goes, never say never. But at this point in time, we are deeply committed to cricket for the reasons that I have explained to you. So beyond cricket at this point in time, not really.
Jaskaran, with that, I'm going to let you go and catch your flight. I'd like to thank you for taking the time out and being a part of Startup Central. Here's wishing you and everybody at Paytm all the very best.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Take care.